and then we will talk you through the loading of the piece. We'll come up to the firing line. I will check my match is going to go where I want it to go. I will try not to shoot the nice lady from English Heritage at the end of the arena. I believe that kind of thing is frowned upon. Thank you, Ella. Are we well? Well enough. Open your prison. Present your piece. Prepare to give fire. Have a care. Give fire. Oh, you may applaud. So, the loading of such a weapon then. To load a gunpowder weapon, a gun like this has a frizzen on the side where I'm going to put my priming powder, which I would take from one flask, which is fine powder. We'll blow on it and make sure there's nothing still alight in there. I place fine powder into the frizzen of the gun. Close the frizzen. I'm going to shake it now and blow off any excess powder. You'll notice the match is in my left hand. These are matchlock weapons, and the match is the method of ignition of the powder. Match always in your left hand, powder always in your right, means you're likely to have less accidents. So match underneath the gun. I'm now going to turn the gun the other way round, and I'm going to put some powder down the barrel of my gun from my other powder flask, which is a more coarse powder, but I'm going to need more than that. Now at this point, when I've got gunpowder down the barrel of my gun, if I were to give fire to this now, all we would get is some smoke and a sparrow fart. No noise of any significance. And that is not where we want to be. To get an explosion from gunpowder, you must compress it. Usually on the battlefield, you would only do this with a bullet. But today, because as I said, we are not allowed to shoot projectiles from these weapons, I will wad on top of my gunpowder using Suffolk wool. So I take a piece of wadding and that goes down into the barrel of the gun. Take my scouring stick, ram home the charge. The harder you compress it, the better the bang. Take the scouring stick out and put it back in the slot underneath the barrel of the gun. And now my gun is ready to fire, so I can bring it back up. Have we got others loaded? Well enough. Oh, yeah. That's what. Well, I'll shoot this one again, just so we go through. Now we still have several manoeuvres to get through. I must now take the match from my left hand, place it within my right hand, put it into the serpent on the top of the gun. I will blow upon the match to make sure it is lit. I would check to see it's going to go where it needs to go and get the powder that it needs to get. I'm then going to aim at that poor wild boar over there. Have a care, give fire. That'll do it. So, the gun is a very useful weapon. It kills people at a great distance, but in very truth, we wait until the enemy are but 50 paces from us. That way, it doesn't really matter how accurate you are, because whichever Spaniard is shooting at, one of them's going to get hit. The argument then is about the bow or the gun, and why get rid of the gun if the bow is so effective? Well, we know the gun penetrates right past, but there is a downside to it, and that is the speed it shoots at. So this is where I would ask Master Francis to join us, prithee. Francis is one of our archers, and what he's going to do is he's going to come and shoot a bunch of arrows. This is the bit where I need your help, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to speak?